Bam! What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the show. Welcome to this latest edition of the Ominous Morning Show. This time in the afternoon. I'm very sorry, everyone. I had a situation happen just a few moments ago, and I had it all situated out, so I'm okay to go. But I had to push the show back 30 minutes. So I hope that didn't mess up everybody's schedule. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I don't know how to ask for forgiveness. But yes, please let me know if you can hear me because I'm still new to the whole mic thing. But yeah, so welcome to the show. Yeah, hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, I have a great show for you guys today. We have a highly acclaimed artist coming to the show today, and this artist has caught the indie scene by storm. You could say because he popped up on the scene. He had a few pieces that he was showing off, and as soon as everybody got a look at it, like everybody started reposting and showing off his work all over the interwebs, and yeah, his work is amazing, and he's been I think he's already been has had his work published. Um, but his work has been out there. People have been digging it. He has won art contests. He has been featured in different campaigns, and the fun doesn't stop there. This artist is continuing now and working on their new book. I don't want to say the word comic because that may be incorrect, but we're going to take a look at everything that this person's working on and get to know more about the man himself. And so for everybody checking this out in the replay, yes, it's a highly acclaimed artist, and he's making his second appearance on the show today. So please, without any further ado, let's welcome Skunk Artworks. Please, round of applause for Skunk. Have a very cartoony crowd.
Right.
What's going on, Skunk?
Wait a second. What something seems to be wrong with my camera.
Would you like? Yeah. All right. There we go. I can see your letter.
Yeah,
How you
but
doing,
I
man?
can't see myself.
I can't see you either. I see a black screen.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Wait a second. I'll just leave and come back on, okay?
Yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all. We'll take a look at the stuff that you have while you're gone. Should I kick you? Should I boot you? Okay, so yeah, he's coming back in just a second. But yeah, so let's take a look at his art. And currently, he's funding a campaign called The Splash, which is actually making the splash in the scene. No, he's making the big splash in the scene, getting everybody hyped up for his first book, for his first solo outing, I think, as an artist at least. And yeah, so here we have the campaign, with all of the awesome art that we can see in the book. I don't know how to best describe it. I guess it would be like paintings. I'm assuming it's paintings. Because he has a mix of media in there. He's got inks. He's got ink wash, as you can see on the page. A lot of great stuff. So he uses gouache, the great gouache. And wait, hold on, here he is. Let's go, Skunk. Can you hear me?
Yeah, finally. Sorry,
all
man.
Right. No problem at all. Great. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, the pleasure is mine, man. It was thank you for coming back on the show, and I'm excited to see what you have to offer us today. Please tell us about your book. We were looking at some of the at the campaign page. What can you tell us about The Splash?
Yeah. Well, The Splash initially was just meant to be a little project that I did for my own kids. You know, I have 2 kids of my own, and I wanted to make them the present of, creating a whole children's book for them. And so I started drawing a little bit, started painting a little bit, and I kind of thought, yeah, this is beginning to look pretty cool, and I might want to publish this, so that other kids can have fun with it as well. And so I approached James from Broken Compass, and he was like, yeah, this is awesome, let's do this. And so I got James on board because I wanted him to do a lot of the writing. It was basically like, I'm doing all the artwork, and I'm giving James a plot outline, and he just finds the right prose and the right words to make this a story that is worth reading, actually. And it's a story that is based on an old Tibetan fairy tale, or some kind of folk tale. It's very old. I don't know, hundreds of years old, and it's basically about two rabbits who hear a loud splash that is created by a fruit falling into a lake, and they don't know what this weird sound is, and they get scared, and they just start running. And they basically create a stampede because other animals start following along, and at some point all the animals in the forest are just running, even though nobody really knows what they're running from.
It's something that actually happens.
Exactly. Yeah. And at some point they meet the lion, who then has to take care of things.
Sweet.
That's as much as I can say about the story, because it's a short story, and I don't want to give away the ending.
No. Yeah, I was gonna like try to stop you in the moment. Like, hey, you're saying too much.
No, I'm not saying too much. Don't worry. But it's basically a story that teaches children about the dangers of fear and of mass panic, and people getting basically infected with fear. And it's about courage and bravery and stuff like that. Just eternal values, let's say.
Yeah, definitely. So this started off as like you discovered this tale, and then you wanted to draw it, or did did your kids bring it to your attention?
No, I went to a flea market, and I bought this huge collection of fairy tales from all countries all over the world.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So just out of sheer interest, and I was going through these books because I was looking. Initially, I was looking for an idea for a comic book, and I was going through them, for inspiration. Because I was reading a lot of Hellboy at the point, and Hellboy is heavily influenced by folk tales from all countries all over the world. And I was like, yeah, this might be a good idea. I'm going to read this stuff. And I came across this story, and I thought, this is great. This is great for kids,
Yeah.
And because we're, my kids are growing up in times that are very dominated by fear. And
the pandemic,
I thought,
everything they did to us
exactly.
in the pandemic,
Yeah. And I thought this might be a good story to give to them,
Sweet.
Yeah, but as it turns out, sorry.
Have they seen the entire book or pages of the book as you've been working on it, or have they seen the story yet?
They have seen the entire book, I think, but they haven't put it together in their minds, of course.
Okay.
But they've seen it all, and of course, their dad, they. Sorry.
I'm sorry, you broke up for a minute. You said, "Of course."
Okay, I said, of course, my children like the artwork. I hope they're gonna believe the story is very much appropriate for children, and I think James did a beautiful job of finding the right style and wording that is just perfect for a kid's book. You did a great job.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And something that was just fascinating about the concept and the pitch and the story is that we're accustomed to seeing your art. All the people in the indie scene, we're used to seeing your art. You embrace the black and white. You have a great control over lights and shadows and rim lighting, and you bring these your images to life. And the very like one of the more prominent things in your art is the use of heavy blacks, the whites, the
Yep.
contrasts, and so
Yep.
which is almost a counterintuitive or almost like an antithesis to what you would expect in a children's book, because children's books are normally bright, they're vibrant colors, reds, blues, greens, primary colors, and you don't see that here. So my first thought was like, how is this going to mesh? Because for it's an interesting concept, no, because you want to portray a positive image. You have this style of art, and it can work. No, it can
Yeah.
work, and I see that it is working. But I wonder. I'm dying to find out like how your
Hello.
children will react to it, or how any other child will react to it. Because it's not what you usually see. In that demographic. How did you approach that? What was the thought process behind that?
Yeah. The thing is, as I mentioned earlier, this was in the beginning. This wasn't meant to be or conceptualized as a commercial project.
Yeah. Okay.
It was just something that I thought would be fun to do, and
Yeah.
you know, I developed the book with my own kids in mind, and they are very much used to black and white artwork. First of all, because they always see me working on black and white stuff, and they just
Yeah.
like this kind of style because they like what I do.
Yeah.
And also, what's interesting, they seem to like a lot of the black and white comics that.
Oh, I think I'm losing him. Or is that me? Is that me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You broke up. You said they liked some of the black and white comics, and then it broke off.
Yeah, exactly. When I got stuff lying around like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Creepy or stuff like that, they
Yeah,
sometimes flip through that and they like, oh yeah, this is cool, Daddy. What's that?
sweet.
And well, I thought, yeah, maybe there is a market for this. Maybe
Yeah,
children do like cool black and white imagery sometimes. You know,
yeah, yeah,
like it's not a law of nature that children's books
yeah.
have to be colorful. And I'm taking chances here, but it could work,
No,
I think. And
I, I,
all the kids that I've shown this stuff to, they all liked it.
no, yeah, definitely. I applaud it. I applaud it because I think it's great because it's immediately like if you're looking at children's book, this is going to stick out. It's
Yeah,
just going to stick out
exactly.
100% because everything is colors, and then you see this high contrast, and it catches the eye. And I mean, especially if you look at the art, you got incredible art. Your art's always been amazing, and so that also it catches the attention. So yeah, I think you got a hit. I think it's a great concept. Um, and yeah, awesome stuff, man. I congratulate you on your efforts for doing that because it's something different, and I think it's going to be a great product. And and I had also questions like, what's the format? Is because I'm afraid of saying comic book because I don't. There's no. It's not like that. How do you have it? Because
Yeah,
for
well, first,
example, like a children's book, it's got like images and then a text, images, text. Is it in that format? Is how
yeah.
does?
So first of all, it's not a comic book. Like it's
Mhm.
a classical children's book, basically. And it's always like you have one page of text, and then you have one page with a large image. Okay.
Sweet.
And on the text pages, there are some small images on the side, on the border of the page, but the main image is always on the other side. Okay. And
Sweet.
it's going to be uh a like, what do you call it? It's going to be horizontal format, so like Frank Miller's 300, for example.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool.
So that you got that widescreen cinematic feel to it.
Sweet.
And that's how we are going to print it. And yeah, if you're inclined to spend a little more money, there's also an interesting add-on available on this campaign. if you scroll down, there should be an art book as an add-on. It's not a perk, but it's an add-on.
Oh,
That is called Dream Machine. Yeah, there it
yeah, there
is.
it is.
Yeah.
Sweet.
This is also available. This is an art book with just all kinds of paintings that I did in the last couple of years. Um, there's going to be huge paintings in there. There's going to be pages from my personal sketchbook in there, and all of that in very high quality scans and very high quality prints, so that you can actually see the texture of the painting. So this is going to be a very, very nice product, and I suggest, if you can afford it, to buy this add-on as well.
Yeah, man, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm digging the art, yo. 'Cause you've been putting out some great art. Like we see here the Alien versus Deadpool. We see the Batman right behind Dream. I love this left here.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
you're excuse me, the line, I think. What is
sorry.
that? This piece here
That's
on the
that's a
right above.
Joker.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's awesome. And then
That's one of those paintings. I hated to give that away. I did that for my friend Ray Haylock, and
yeah,
I thought this was one of the coolest drawings that I that I did in the last couple of years, and I was like, oh, it's a it's a
yeah,
pain to be to give that away, but I'm glad that Ray liked it.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's an awesome piece. That's awesome stuff, man. And then
yeah,
you
thank
also
you.
have original art that you're selling also.
Yeah, you could scroll down to
Oh,
the very
sorry.
bottom, I think. I think some of them sold already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
but
piece
there
is
are like,
amazing. I love that.
yeah, thank you. Uh, but there are like two or three pieces of original art still available, I believe. Um, yeah. Oh, hi, B.A. Turner.
Yeah, we got
Hello.
BA in the house. What's up, badass Turner? Hail jabronis. We smell what
Uh,
the BA is cooking. Yeah, thank you very much, BA. Thank you for the kind words. But yeah, so Skunk's got more incredible artwork available straight from the pages of the Splash. That's
and
awesome.
also, for cheap, I might add. I think they're like $150 dollars per piece, and these
Sweet.
things are huge. I can show
What
you. Wait a
size?
second.
Let's check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
So, that's the size of these things.
Wow.
They're
What is that?
ridiculously large.
Is that two a what's that? Is that 11 by 22?
That should be. Wait a second. I have to think for a second, because you don't have the metric system, right?
Yeah, you can tell me in meters.
No, wait a second.
The Americans can figure it out.
It's 20 in inch. It's 20 by 27.
20 by 27. That's big. Wow, that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Let's
and
see.
it's very high quality stuff. It's heavy canvas, and yeah, it's I guess it's gonna look cool if you have that in your
Yeah,
living
yeah,
room.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. What's up? What's going on, Mr. Phil? Thank you very
Oh,
much for
hey,
popping by. Phil's in
Phil
the
Diaz,
house.
one of the
Let me check.
greatest in this scene, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was actually just to be a little bit off topic. I got this today in the mail. Oh,
Oh shit, yeah, Adam Miller. This dude is a beast, man.
yeah, yeah. I got this in the mail, and yeah, I did a unboxing video of this. I'm gonna post it later this week, but yeah, I was just looking at all these awesome characters in here, and we got a. Let me see if I can show this for Phil. I'm pretty sure he's seen this already, but yeah, look at that.
Magic Cup,
Yeah.
cool.
But yeah, so awesome stuff, man. I was thinking, I don't know what if you think of this, but Adam did an amazing job with these cards. Is this
Yeah.
something that you could tackle?
Um, you mean like a card set?
Yeah, is that something that you could do? Because I would love to see like cards in your style also. That would be.
Um,
I'm just throwing ideas out there. This is
I
amazing.
this is something that I could definitely do, but I mean, I don't know if I could do it as well as him, but I could definitely do that. I was always a big fan of these old Batman trading cards that they had in the
Yeah,
90s.
yeah,
They
good stuff, man.
because they had, painted artwork. I was always a fan of painted artwork, and they had these awesome acrylic paintings by this, what's his name?
There's a
Shit,
bunch
I
of
can
different artists on that because it
Scott
wasn't. It's not like,
Hampton.
for
Scott
example, like a
Hampton.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. And yeah, I was just thinking about that because this brings me back to like 1994, 95 with the Marvel masterpieces. And I remember back then that,
Yeah.
for example, you got like an Adam Miller Magic Cop piece, but then you'd have a Magic Cop piece by another artist, and it'd be like equally awesome. And I was just thinking like I don't really know many people in the scene that do paintings like this, but then your stuff is amazing. Like a black and white card thing might be something to mess with because that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like these cards are great, and
Wait a second. I
your
have to
paintings
choose
are
something.
awesome.
Wait a
And
second.
yeah, I'm just geeking out on this art, man.
Look, man. Do you remember the Batman masterpieces trading cards
All right,
in
yeah.
the from the 90s? DC put out a book, this
Oh,
one, and they have all the images from the trading cards in
yeah,
large format in there. Like you can really look at them, you
that's
know?
awesome.
Totally awesome. And this is incredibly cheap. You can buy it for a couple of bucks on Amazon, and
Yeah,
it's absolutely cool because I remember all these images, but they were this small because they were trading
yeah,
cards,
yeah. That's
and
yeah,
now I have this book with large, high quality prints of these images. Totally cool.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can definitely see your art like that. Yeah, you got that style. That style's great. I would love to see something like this, like for example, as a card, and then information on the back. Yeah, awesome stuff,
Mm.
man.
Yeah, this
But
might
yeah,
be a good idea for the future.
and then for example, this you publish this book, you fund this book. This book goes to printing. Will children be expecting a series from this? Can they expect a series from this book, or
No,
is this a one
no.
and done?
Um, this is a story that is told, and that's where it stops. There's no chance of a sequel for this. This is not how fairy tales work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, what I will do is after that is something completely different. I'm going to do a horror comic book
sweet.
that I'm currently working on. So this is completely something completely different. But yeah, in terms of children's books, I think this is it for now.
Nice. So you're going to
Maybe in the
create the
future.
market of black and white children's books, and then you're going to leave it open for everybody else. That's awesome.
After
That's
that, I'm
awesome.
I'm gonna I'm gonna turn to black and white horror comics.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, that's right up your alley. That's awesome.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah,
Like the way that I do my black and white stuff is, it's very dramatic, very high contrast, and all the drama of black and white artwork. This lends itself to horror, really. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, definitely. How long does it take you normally to do a piece like this?
The black and white pieces.
Yeah, like for example,
Oh,
for this page right here that we see on the screen right now with the tiger, and then the
yeah.
lion jumping at the tiger. How long did that take?
I'm pretty quick when it comes to black and white artwork. I think, well, I don't know if it's quick compared to other artists. I think I'm rather quick. It takes me about let's say 4 or 5 days to do a painting like this, which I think is quick for painted artwork.
Yeah, yeah,
I might be wrong there, but I think that's quick. I'm a bit slow when it comes to full color artwork.
yeah,
Because color is unbelievably difficult for me. There are some people who kind of have a natural feel for color. I'm not
yeah,
one of those people. I struggle with color,
yeah.
and
I suck with color. I
yeah.
tried it. I suck. It's not for me. I leave the
Yeah.
coloring for the colors because I can't.
You know what works for me? What works for me quite well, and I think I'm going to stick to this. This is using a limited palette. This
Okay.
works quite well. Like, I mean, seriously, really, really limited. Like 4 or 5 colors. And then just mix everything from those colors. This really helps because it gives the image a coherent overall style, and it doesn't look garish or, yeah, I don't know. Limited palettes work quite well for me.
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for example, like this is a 22 by 27 page that you do in 5 days. Is that like 2 hours a day? Is that an hour a day? How many hours do you think you've put into this particular piece?
Yeah, it's really hard to say because I'm not a full-time artist.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm doing this on the side. I have a regular day job, and I
yeah,
just
yeah.
do this in the evening when my kids and my wife are asleep. So it's probably, I don't know. When I say 4 or 5 days, I think it would be, let's say, 2 hours per day.
Yeah, yeah, that's about right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
about as much time it takes me to do a piece. Because
yeah.
I don't draw either, but I don't draw either like 8 hours a day. I would I would like to do that, but you can't I can't. Yeah, yeah. So
Well,
yeah, that sounds about right.
the
That's about
pieces
right.
that you do would take me forever, like seriously weeks. All the cross hatching and all this stuff. This would drive me insane. I'd rather just go in with a big brush and paint it all gray,
Just black it all out. Yeah, yeah.
and that's that.
No,
All the
yeah,
cross
definitely. That's a really interesting thing. I mean, over like I've been doing the cross section for a while now, so it's like second nature. I get it done pretty
Yeah,
quickly. But for example, like the idea, I know that I have my blacks, I have my whites, and then I have to fade over with the grays, and so I cross hatch. But
yeah.
I was reading, I posted this a few yesterday, I think, because I'm reading I read Spider-Man comic Low This Monster, and it's black and white art by John Romita, and
Oh,
it's one of the first comics I've seen fully done. Not an ink wash. It's got black and white inks, and it's got Romita went back over it with pencil, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And I hadn't seen that because normally you see, for example, like Dale Keown, he does inks, he does whites, and then he does shading with the pencil, but I haven't seen like a full comic like that. And Romita,
yeah,
he did an amazing job, and it's got me thinking like maybe I might want to mess with that because one of the reasons why I did cross hatching was because of that issue with using the gray. No, normally with the pencil, you just put the pencil to the side and just
yeah,
shade in, and then that's it. No, but you can't do that with inks, and so you had to learn how to cross hatch and all that stuff. And
yeah.
and yeah, it's really messing with my brain. Like I want to try doing pencils over my inks to get some of this gray wash effect because this stuff is amazing. Like it gives another dimension to the art. It's really great, really great.
Yeah, I always like the grayish stuff because I always
Um,
like creepy and savage sort of Conan and stuff like that.
yeah,
And this
yeah,
this just it will be forever in the back of my head, and I always like the tonal drawings or paintings or whatever. Yeah. Do you
yeah.
know Gary Gianni?
Gary Gianni. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't ring a
He,
bell.
you should go check this dude out. He's,
Gary
in
Gianni.
my estimation, one of the best people in the world when it comes to ink drawing. And this might be something for you. He made a phenomenal comic book that is called Monster Men, I think. Um, Absolutely awesome. You're gonna love this.
Oh yeah, I see it already. Oh, that's good stuff. Hold on, let me
Mhm.
see if I can pull this up. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on, I'm looking for some images. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I'm looking at the right guy. Um, is this one of his pieces?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and it looks very old. Like this
Yeah,
looks like it's 100 years old, but it's not. This dude is still alive and working.
that's amazing. That's like it's got a lot of rights in it.
Yeah, definitely. Because
Oh,
he
it's awesome.
doesn't use a lot of cross hatching. He's basically just hatching.
Hatching, yeah, just one way. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
These
kind of
artists
what
are
what
amazing.
reminds me of Wrightson.
Excuse me.
That's what reminds me of Bernie Wrightson because
Yeah, yeah.
he I believe also didn't cross hatch a lot, right?
No,
Or am
no,
I
yeah,
making?
he just goes along with the shape of the form that he's drawing, and that's Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a skill in itself because you gotta look at the shape. You gotta also think about the lighting, and then
Mm.
man, it's just because there's certain like you draw a line and it's got to have a certain thickness to it at one point and a different thickness at another point, and it's just
Yeah.
madness.
Yeah, this is actually in a different way. This is something that I really try to do with the splash, and that I really try to do with a lot of my black and white stuff. When I
Yeah,
paint, when I paint in the white highlights, I always try to go with the shape of things and to create form, and to
yeah,
use visible brush strokes that create form and depth.
yeah. I saw a video you posted, where you were working on this piece with a line, and then
Mm.
you were. I saw the piece before you went in on it because you were using you were using white paint, I think,
Yeah,
and I saw the piece and I was like, that looks amazing. And then you went with the white. You went in with the white, and I was like, why is he going in with the white? And then you were working it, and then it just came out like better. I was like, it's amazing. And yeah, it was really great how that video turned out and how the
yeah.
art turned out. No, you have a great concept and understanding for blacks and whites, and yeah, it just makes the image much more
Yeah,
realer. No,
thank
it looks really great.
the cool thing is, um when I started getting back into drawing, that was like, I think 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
Mm,
I started with drawing with ink because that's what I was used to,
yeah,
and now I'm kind of like, I really want to get past the inking stage so that I can start applying paint, because
yeah.
this is to me now the most enjoyable part, because like you said, you have this very dark gray image, and then when you apply the white paint, it all
It
starts
comes together.
coming
Yeah.
alive. I love that, man.
That's awesome. What do you use for whites?
It's
Like,
just
do
a
you use
paint.
gouache or just white paint?
It's acrylic paint. Um, gouache is a medium that I'm kind of at war with, um,
Okay.
because I love good gouache paintings, and I'm just not able to pull it off. It's just I'm always fighting the medium because it's so difficult. Um, it always reactivates when I don't want it to reactivate, and it just becomes a blurry, grayish mess at some
Oh
point.
wow.
It's difficult, and I'm still trying to master this, but it's just unbelievably difficult. Yeah.
So in this case, you just use white paint.
Yeah, I just what I usually do with my black and white stuff is I make a pencil drawing, and then I ink it traditionally, and I apply all kinds of things to create texture. I apply ink spatter with a toothbrush.
Yeah. Sweet.
I apply what I typically do is I mix transparent acrylic medium
Yeah.
with a little bit of black, so that I have a transparent gray, and then I roll that stuff on there with a brayer. So this creates very beautiful textures. And you
Sweet.
also get a nice gray mid-tone that you can work from. So at that point you have your dark black inks and your grayish mid-tone, and then you just can apply white highlights on top of that. Um, and this is very effective because it's very, very quick to work this way. Yeah.
Nice. And that's the process you use for all of these paintings in the splash.
All the paintings in the splash and all the black and white paintings that I generally do. This is always what I do because it's just very, very quick, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a different thing when it comes to full color paintings. In that case, I usually use oil paints, which is much more time consuming. But yeah, this is what I do for the black and white stuff.
Awesome. And what's going to be your approach, for example, like when you start with a horror comic? Are you also going to use these big pages, or
Mhm. Yeah.
are you going to use standard U.S. comic board?
No, um, I can't use comic board anyway because I paint on canvas. So
Yeah.
that's really not an option. And I'm using large canvases because I hate small details.
Yeah.
I find it much more relaxing and much more easy to have large area that you can just put a very confident brush stroke in. You know, it's much more difficult to pull off a confident brush stroke when it's a tiny detail, and you have to use a very small brush or whatever. Yeah, so I like painting on big canvases.
And so how would you do, for example, like if you have a page with, like, for example, no, like 6 panels, is that going to be like 6 individual paintings that you
no,
put together?
no, I don't think so. I'm going to use one large piece of canvas and just
And then
use
break it
it like
down.
a regular comic book page, basically.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Man, that's going to be some amazing pages. Wow.
I'm going to sell those as well. Yeah, of
Yeah, yeah.
course. They're going to look cool, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
currently shooting photo reference for the book, and yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm going to start working on it by December or something like this.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, speaking of December, what I wanted to mention is if anybody watching this is maybe knows children, you know, children of your own or children of some of your friends or family, this is the perfect Christmas present. This book is going to ship in November, so it's going to be there just in time for Christmas. And if you have kids in your family or your circle of friends or whatever, you should definitely back this book, because this is going to be a very special Christmas present that very few other people on the world are going to get.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Awesome. And then you also have a German version.
Yeah.
Sweet. Did
Obviously,
you
some of
translate that?
my. Sorry.
Did you translate that?
Yes, of course. James is obviously not able to do this, so the translation is mine, and
Sweet.
yeah, we're the thing with the German version is you can just order it if you're in
In Germany.
Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, if you want a German version and you live in the USA or whatever, you have to write us a DM, and we can make that happen. But you're gonna have to let us know. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Sweet.
Yeah, and there's also another tier if you scroll down a bit more.
3 copies and one free.
Yeah, you get you pay for 3 and you get 4, I think, is what it says, right?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
3 copies and then you get one for free.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's for the people, you know, who want to give this away as a present or whatever. They can
Yeah.
buy multiple copies and save some money. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome stuff. And so, working on the comic, you did the art first, and then James afterwards filled in the story with the text, or did you do the
Yeah.
drawings for the text that
Yeah.
James provided?
Well, kind of. You know, I had a rough story outline, and I just wrote down what is supposed to happen in very
Yeah.
crude and primitive words, and I just gave that to James and told him to write this in a very professional sounding and readable manner that I'm not able to pull off. Yeah. But I knew from the beginning which images I wanted to use.
Yeah.
Um, but then this actually changed. In the beginning, I had like I don't know. I think it was 10 pages or something like this that I had in mind. And now it's a 40-page book. So it definitely grew over time. And I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah, because for example, there's images and visuals that you want to give focus to, but sometimes the story doesn't allow you to have that kind of room to play with. You know,
Yeah.
so that's I personally, because I mean I'm an artist, you're an artist. I personally think, no, if you can put in that extra visual to tell your story better, then yeah, go for it. No, go ahead.
Yeah, of course. Why not? No?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, that's
Awesome
true.
stuff. And so
Yeah.
this is your second book with Broken Compass, I believe. Yes, because you're still working on Kill Them
Kill
Dead.
them dead. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, Kill Them Dead is something that we're working on
Yeah,
constantly.
yeah, yeah.
Even when I was doing the splash, I was working on Kill Them Dead all the time, and especially Odin, who who has
Yeah,
become very quick.
he's. I'm sorry.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
Odin has taken over the pencils of the book,
Mm,
and he's just so unbelievably quick, one page after another, and he's much quicker. He's much quicker at drawing these pages than I am at painting them.
wow.
But I'm trying to catch up, and yeah, this is going to be an awesome book. It's Kill Them Dead is Not Dead. It's very much alive and kicking, and
Yeah.
it's 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 uh, it's going to come out at some point, definitely.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, we look forward to that. I know the campaign was going and then and stopped for a moment, but I seen Odin post the progress pics of some of the pages that he's working on,
Yeah.
and yeah, it would be great to see that come out. It's an excellent concept, also to mix the music with the art. So
Mhm.
that's great, and we're definitely looking forward to that. And
Yeah, and Odin also has a book of his own coming out, Unconditional Shove Volume
two,
2.
yeah,
Yeah. Volume 1, the second printing, I believe, is still currently available on Fund My Comic. So this is one of my favorite indie books. If anybody hasn't read Unconditional Shove, you should definitely consider backing. This is a very, very fun book. If you like stuff like old creepy comics, or if you like Twilight Zone and stuff like that, this is the
yeah,
book for you. You should definitely back that. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Is the Splash campaign also offered on Fun My Comic?
No, we're thinking about it, but right now it's on Indiegogo only.
Only, okay.
Yeah.
All right, good, excellent. And so yeah, you're currently yeah, it's already funded. So you got all right,
Yeah,
awesome,
yeah,
congratulations.
yeah. It basically funded. We launched it on Bancroft's show, and
Yeah,
it just funded in the first hour or whatever. We were at like 200%. No, it's not. Yeah, I think 200% or whatever. It
nice.
funded quite quickly. But yeah, the funding goal was very low. It was $500, because that's
Yeah,
what we actually need to produce the book. Yeah.
nice.
And yeah, but I think this is something that should sell a lot more copies, because
It's for
kids
children.
book
Yeah,
kids books today are sometimes really, really weird. And I'm a father. I go to the
yeah,
library with my kids, or I go to bookstores with them, and some of the books are just super weird. Some of them are just unbelievably bad in terms of art.
yeah,
There's just these super cheap AI generated weird images that look like absolute crap, and then you have books that are overtly political and try to push very controversial issues on kids. And I don't want none of this for my kids. I want
yeah,
a good traditional children's book with an uncontroversial eternal message that is just that we should probably be able to all agree on, and
yeah.
just good entertainment for kids that's just for everyone. And I think this is important. And yeah, I would really like to see the book doing some selling some more copies. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. I completely agree. The whole situation though with children's books is that it's being used now to push these ideas that a
Mm.
few years ago would have been unthinkable. No, but now it's here.
Yeah.
So we definitely need more books like the Splash to get to make its way into the children's uh, the children's section. No, that's great. That's a great initiative. Great incentive. I'm sorry, great initiative on behalf of you and Broken Compass to make something a little bit more family oriented, more wholesome, for the kids. And
Yeah, this was very important to us. We really make a point of this not being political or
yeah, yeah,
anything. This is just this should be something that we can all agree on. Yeah.
yeah,
Um, yeah, hopefully it will find an audience. We'll see.
Awesome. Definitely. And then we got Bionic Bruh late to the party. What's going on? What's going on, man?
Hello.
How you doing, brother? Good to have you here. We were just talking with Skunk about his book, The Splash, which is making a big splash in the indie scene. And yeah, man, awesome stuff, man. And then after this, you say you're going to jump on the horror black and white comic, and then you said by December you'll start that. The art here, the art for this is already finished. So
Yeah,
fulfilling
all of this is finished.
November.
Yeah, the Dream Machine art book. All of the art in there is finished. I'm going to the printer like every second day to get these things scanned.
Sweet.
Which is actually kind of hard sometimes. Because
You got big
especially
proof.
especially when it comes to oil paintings, they don't reproduce very well. You have to find a printer who's very very good at scanning these things. And
Yeah.
yeah, but I got one, and he's doing a great job. And I'm going there every other day and just here's another 10 paintings. Please scan them for me. Yeah.
Sweet. That's awesome. And for the children's book, what size is it? Like what size is it? Is it a standard? Because it's not a
Um,
comic. It's not-
No, no, it's larger than the American comic books. I don't have
Okay.
the exact size in mind, but it should be more like European album format,
Okay.
something like that. Yeah.
Like
Um,
Panini soccer books?
sorry.
Like Panini soccer books?
Um,
Panini albums?
yeah, yeah, could be. Yeah, something like this. Maybe even a little bit bigger.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah. And
For all the
yeah,
geeks
it's
in the
gonna
chat.
be I'm not 100% sure, but it's like 99% it's going to be a hardcover, either hardcover or a very very thick soft cover, because it's a kid's book. It has to be
Yeah.
uh yeah. You know how kids are. They
Yeah,
break
yeah.
stuff. They demolish everything that they get
It's
into their
gotta be
little
kid.
hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gotta be kid proof.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And it's gonna be good.
Sweet. And what is the target audience? Like, is it from children? From what age to what age? Is it like for
I would
6 years
probably
old,
say
8 years old?
like 4 years and older. I don't think it's for the very very small kids, because
Okay.
there is some well, not gruesome, but some intimidating imagery in there, like the picture you're showing right now.
Yeah, for example, yeah.
But I think, well, to be honest, I think we've become a little bit overprotective to a certain degree. When I was a
That's
kid, I
too
grew up in
often.
the 80s, in the 80s and 90s. The children's books from those days, and also the children's movies, they were wild, man. Compared
Yeah,
to
yeah.
nowadays, they had some pretty bizarre, intimidating stuff in there, and at some point we just started uh, trusting kids that they could handle this, and I think
Mm.
kids can handle this. And yeah, so I think ages 4 and older. And but then again, it's also a very cool book for grown-ups, for adults, because it's a cool art book as well. You can just use it as an art book if you're not into the story. It's just a cool looking book, man.
Yeah, that is
And
also true because there's a lot to study here. Also, there's a lot of a lot to study. The use of blacks, contrast in the whites. There's a lot to look at. It's great.
yeah, and you're gonna get a very good look at it, because like I said, this is going to be a very very high quality print. You are
Yeah,
going to be able to see the texture of the canvas. This is going to look awesome.
that sounds great, man. So yeah, so for the people in the chat, be sure to take a look at the links in the description below, so you can go straight to the page, and you can get the book. The book itself is for $15. You have this amazing deal here for 45. You get 4 books. That's like a book at $10 a page, hardcover, or at least a very strong soft cover. That's great. No, it's for the children. It comes in time for Christmas. Who wouldn't want to enjoy that for Christmas? Look at that. Awesome work.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
what's up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so you guys be sure to get up on that. And yeah, I also got the all of Skunk's information in the links below, so you guys can take a look at follow Skunk. Make sure you're up to date to or with all his projects, and then you can also get a first look at the new horror book that you're going to be working on. Do you have a name for that at the moment?
Yeah, it's going to be called Behind the Trees.
Behind the trees, sweet.
Yeah. I wish I could
Awesome.
tell you more stuff about it, but I
No,
can't
no,
right now.
no, it's okay. It's okay. Keep it under wraps. We want the intrigue and the mystique, and then when it's ready, it'll come out. Yeah, no, this is okay. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good. It's good. It's got skunk in it. Then we know it's gonna be good. And actually, I think I asked you this in the previous time that you were here, but just in case I haven't, or in case I did, but I'd like to know again. What? Why did you select the name Skunk for the artwork thing?
Um, yeah, it's basically a um a name uh from way back in the days. It's a graffiti name.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. Uh I'm not doing stuff like this anymore, but it's something from those days, and it kind of stuck, and yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I completely understand that. Pseudonyms for artists back in the day was a thing,
Mm,
and it's just, there's still people that do that. No, that they use another name for their art. Like what's that
yeah.
guy's name? Banksy. Yeah, he's got
Yeah,
his.
exactly. Yeah, that's
That's
also
awesome.
yeah, this is actually another thing why I don't usually tell people, at least not publicly, my actual name, because I have a day job, and I don't want to get these two worlds mixed up, my day job and this indie
Yeah,
comics
yeah.
thing. Yeah, for certain reasons.
No, yeah, definitely. Because yeah, there's certain things that there's liberties that we take as artists that we don't normally take in our professional life. No, so
Yeah.
it's a good way to escape. You know, to yeah, I understand that. I understand that. I didn't think it out through all the way because I probably could have done that too. But my name is out there, so I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
especially with like the drama that goes on in indie comics. They find out your name. They can find
yeah.
out where you live. They find out where
Yeah.
you work, and it's dangerous. And so
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
being too public in the indie scene now has also its that negative aspect to it. No, because I don't want to be too successful because then I'm gonna have people doxing me and all this other stuff. No? So it's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, it is. It is.
We're gonna have to start an indie scene for the indie scene.
Yeah, a niche within a niche within a niche.
Yeah, yeah, good crazy man. So that's awesome. And so we're heading to the top of the hour. Or do you have
Yeah.
any last words before the any last comments for the
Yeah,
people in the chat?
I guess if people are watching this, and you're kind of on the fence, and you don't know whether you should back it, go check out the page, look at the images, think about if you need any Christmas presents for any kids in your family. Maybe there's someone who would appreciate this book, and you have the chance to give a very special and very exclusive gift to this person. And yeah, please consider this. This is definitely worth the $15 that you're paying.
Yeah, definitely. And this is shipping worldwide, right?
Right, right. Worldwide.
Sweet. I'm gonna try to convince myself because I have to cut back on the money I spend. But this is a really good product, and I know my daughter's gonna like this. I think I might get on that.
Remind me, please, where are you from exactly? Was it
In South
Peru?
America, yeah, Peru.
Yeah,
I have to take
yeah,
a look at
yeah.
the shipping. I might I have to take a
You,
look at
you
that.
know, I know what you're talking about. I always have the same problem. I live in
Yeah,
Germany. The like shipping costs are
it's
insane for
insane.
me, and it's not only shipping costs. Then it's also what do you call it? Uh God, I'm blanking on the word. Um, when what do you have to pay when
Customs?
the Custom, yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is also a pain in the ass because they always charge a lot of money here in Germany, at least for that stuff.
Yeah, I heard about that. I had I was on an art auction a few months ago. I had a friend of mine named Dennis. He lives in Germany. He got some
Mm.
art. I sent it to him, and then he told me that they charged him like double or triple the shipping because something through customs. I think it's
Well,
something exclusive to Germany. I think I don't
yeah,
know,
could be.
but
I mean, I
it was
think
it's
what
insane.
what what he paid that's actually very much even by German standards. What
Yeah,
they charge me usually is like, I don't know, $10 or something like this.
yeah,
Um, but still, this
it's
hurts
a
because
lot.
I
Yeah.
buy a lot of books.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's because it's like the price of the book, the price of shipping, and then
yeah,
customs. That's just kills it completely. So,
yeah.
but yeah, we got J Bot in the house. What's going on, J Bot? Good to see
J-Bot,
you,
awesome
man.
artist as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love his cartoon stuff, man. It's great. I
Dude,
love Beard Zerker. I'm gonna have to do
yeah,
a
I
nice
I, I bought I bought Berserker. This dude, I'm just envious. I wish I could do these simple looking cartoony characters. It's
look,
just
yeah. He said Skunk had to give me a kidney so I could ship Beard Zerker to. Yeah, I can imagine, man. Yeah, the prices that ship it out there is insane. Yeah, I got to pay a lot also for shipping from here. Also, it's a lot. It's like the price for the art. This is pretty much that's about it. That's why it's so expensive. But yeah, I hear you. And yeah, J Bot's got great art. Beer Zerker,
yeah,
his stuff is out there too.
absolutely.
So
Yeah,
and
he's
so yeah,
awesome.
so I think that'll be it for us today. Please hit if you're watching this in the replay, be sure to follow Skunk and get your copy of the Splash and treat your kids for a nice Christmas this year. No, don't be bad. Be a good parent. Get them a good book.
Listen to Elliot.
Yeah,
Everything that
yeah.
he said.
And then also on my end, just a few announcements. I do want to show this off because I don't think I'll have another opportunity. 'Cause I don't usually stream a lot, so I don't. I'm gonna just I'm gonna just show this off. I got as you kicking myself out. As you guys saw at the beginning, I got Adam's RNH icon, and in it I got this. Here's an exclusive look at the Zadok card that's in it. And so this is my character. Hold on, let me get back out.
Can you
This
show
my
it again?
character,
Oh shit! Crazy perspective, man.
and yeah, and he did that reflection on the sword.
Yeah,
That's
awesome.
insane. And it's got the information on the back. I'm geeking out over this insane
Very,
stuff. So,
very cool stuff.
um, and
Cool
then
stuff.
Here's Adam's character. I'm gonna pull this out. 'Cause it's too much reflection for us. It's got the nice holochrome stuff on it.
Uh,
Yeah, so I got an unboxing video I'm going to reveal next week, and also I'm going to be at what's this called the Red Valkyrie Underground Art Auction October 12th from time slot 9 to 12. I'm going to be auctioning off art, and yeah, just forget everything that Skunk and I said about expensive shipping. Just forget about that. Just take a look at this. But I'm going to have pieces like this, and I'm going to have other pieces available. So be sure to tune in. It's the art auction at the Red Valkyrie channel. I'll be posting that stuff on Twitter, and I think that's it. I don't know. Is there anything else you want to say, Sean?
I said everything I had to say, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
Awesome.
very
So
much for giving me the opportunity to talk.
no problem at all. Thank you very much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. It's always a pleasure getting to hang out and kicking it with awesome artists and
Likewise,
fellow artists in the indie scene. So it's great. Awesome
likewise,
stuff.
man.
All right, so that'll be it for us today. And with that, we are out. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a safe one.
Bye bye.
Let's see. Skunk is out. I am out. You guys have a great one.